Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a update on Bitcoin Ethereum. Let me show you kind of especially how I caught the very close to the exact top on a scalp ETH short just a little while ago, about an hour and a half ago here, and yeah, hit the first take profit. Maybe we'll get to the second one, and also went long on Bitcoin yesterday, so I've been doing really well in the Discord. Would show you the stuff above, but there's some trades that haven't had an outcome yet, so it's not fair to the people paying. But if you're interested, wait till the first, I would suggest, of November to sign up, because that's how Patreon works. You get billed automatically on the first of every month, so wait till November 1st. Link in description below for the exclusive Discord. Now, let's get into the analysis here. I want to show you guys, well, let me first show you kind of how I caught the top. So this is good, especially for people who are new, for people who are starting out. So a couple of things I was looking at here. I was noticing, how we had a confirmed, red dot on the 4 hour, kind of for a scalp trade. You want to look at some of these lower time frames. It was confirmed, but we still hadn't hit the. I was looking at it this morning too. That's why I waited to pull the trigger, because confirmed the red dot, but we still hadn't hit the major point. This is a spiral line and a major point, high volume node, major point of resistance right there. We still hadn't hit it, so I was kind of waiting a little bit and looking at your lower time frames here. I noticed the bearish div, but same thing like the 4 hour red dot. Still hadn't hit the point, still hadn't hit the major point, and we're kind of going really rallying here. So let's wait. So got a notification that we hit the spiral line. Spiral lines, especially on ETH, because there's very few of them, I would give them more credibility than just a high volume node. And got that area, and then basically what I waited for, and I'm looking for kind of money flow, and bearish divs were starting to form on 15 and below. VWAP was curving down, so you're going to get that red dot. But what I was really looking for here, and where I entered, was this red dot, this bearish div here, and your money flow crossover into the red. Strong bearish signal. Took those profits for the scalp short, locked in profits. Maybe you could ride this down a lot. Now let's get into more of a full analysis for ETH, just to show you what I think could happen. We'll talk about Bitcoin too, don't worry. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting, because you're still in that kind of that area. You had your pump up, and I think this is a big point here, because 115 something, mid 15s, you're toying with 2018 highs, 2018 bull market highs for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, for that matter. I see both sides. I see both sides here, because it looks very likely that gold and silver have bottomed out. They typically bottom out about halfway through recessions or bear markets for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. That's what I think is happening here. I think we're about halfway done. Some people would say we're going to kind of avoid the recession or whatever and come back up with the NASDAQ and S&P 500. I'm not really seeing that. I think we're kind of going to see a repeat of what we've already seen, with the NASDAQ getting hit harder. But if crypto acts like gold, and crypto stays within its 4-year cycle type thing, there is a possibility we bottom out. Now, I don't think that's the most likely scenario. I think Bitcoin's probably going to hit the 400 weekly moving average at some point here around 13K. I think is most likely. But we gotta ascertain the other things. What's interesting too is I'll show you guys on Bitcoin, but kind of when we were in this area in October 2018, you had a couple little jumps up, but then you just went all the way down. You could, have that happen again, kind of like certain areas. Like, what was this in April? I believe, what was this? Probably 20. That was a 40%. Wow, that was a lot. So we didn't even get close to that yet. What was this from here? Probably 30, 34. I mean, if you come up a little bit higher. So you can have those big jumps and then just capitulate down. We're definitely not out of the woods yet here. And like I said, you're hitting that big point. Your 16-hour VWAP's been above the zero line for a while, curving down. You're in the green here, and the VWAP's coming down towards the zero line there. And, same deal here. So it does look indicative of like we might be topping out to come down a bit here. That's what it kind of looks like, especially here. However, your bullish case, you're coming into the green here. However, the thing when you're coming into the green a lot of times is it sometimes is indicative to the top. One, in bear markets. Two, when you already had a huge move up. A lot of times I see when you come into the green, it doesn't play out too much, and that VWAP kind of overpowers it, and you come down. So it would make a lot of sense that we've come down at least a little bit. I do think I can milk that short for a lot more, that risk-free short at this point. I could even add to it at one of these points. Where I would be looking to possibly add to it is maybe if you get, if we come down a bit more, you get a money flow crossover into the red on the 15, and then these time frames, bearish divs, bearish div on the 30-minute, I think that money flow is very high. It's going to start curving downward. I think you could come down a bit here. And if you guys are interested in making these trades, BITGET right here, link in the description below, free $100 USDT position only with my link down below. You need to use a VPN if you're in the US, and if you already have an account, you should be able to create a new account to get this bonus. Also, follow me on Twitch, guys. I'm going to be going live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me know the best time you want me to Twitch. I'd go on live on Twitch. The live streams are exclusively there. I know some people don't like Twitch, but we're doing the lives here, normal videos on YouTube for now. So yeah, let me know what time is best for you guys. I know we had a better turnout at 3 p.m. I might switch it to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me know if you like that. I think that's a good idea. Now, let's move on to Bitcoin here. And, you broke out your technical target. The thing, too, the last thing to mention on ETH is you did have, I think I took it away, but your technical target, you hit it kind of exactly. You're a little bit above it right now. Bitcoin's a little bit different. I mean, it's subjective, but the technical target's a little bit above. It's like 21 almost. We almost got to 21 here. I think we just touched it. So that's a big place, too. And there have been some smart people who said 21 possibly. And you look at, kind of these, green candles on the way up. It does seem like you could curve down. If this is like, 2018, look, I mean, we're making higher money flow here. Nothing's going to be exact, but you just curved right down. You know what I mean? You just came right down. It could be like here. That's November 7th. You had to wait a little bit more time for that, but we're still not out of the woods yet. I would really, for long term, even though if this is the bottom, I don't think it is, but if it happens to be, see what happens after midterms. There's a lot of uncertainty. See what happens, especially for long-term trading, fine, but for long-term, see what happens. And yeah, I mean, kind of the same ballpark as Bitcoin. You're in the green right here, and look, we're getting close to that height of the green. Every time was a nice drop downward here. I mean, if it's like one of these were big drops downward. That's 14% down. So absolutely could have a big correction here. Not saying you can't make it up to that spider line and reject from there, but at 14% down, then you're back to new lows. So, you're still treading, you're still walking on thin ice here a little bit. Some of money flow curvature kind of looks good on some of these time frames. Overall, VWAP coming down there. It was that height. I mean, if you look at that height of money flow here, kind of that same thing, and then not a bearish div forming, not yet, but it could in a few days. Big drop. That was 20% downward. If you come down 20%, say you come up to this point, you come down 20%. Yeah, you're toying below your 300 weekly moving average. So there's still, there's still a decent chance to come down quite a bit here. The other thing too is what we have to look at as well. And in terms of a trade too, I was going to say the Dixie. We'll look at the Dixie last in this video, but bearish div in the 15-minute money flow starting to come out. I'm looking, I'm sure on ETH, so I take a risk and enter another trade for no specific real reason. For Bitcoin right here though, maybe some of these lower time frames like the 10-minute coming into the red, those are good places to potentially look. Are there any bearish divs forming? You may get another bearish div forming on the hourly pretty soon, or the 2-hour. Those would be good places to look to potentially go short here. And the thing too that I think, hard to say exactly here, but if you look at the Dixie on the daily, the blood diamond, it's possible you could be kind of bottoming out the Dixie and you come forward. Or I think you could kind of repeat what you did already and come to this area. If this does happen, this would be pretty interesting and pretty bullish for Bitcoin probably. You'd probably come up, I mean, just to give you an estimate of what would happen if you repeat that, you come lower. You'd probably be able to repeat what we just did theoretically. I don't think it's going to be as, as big a jump. I don't know. Well, 7% is nothing too crazy. If you had another 7%, there's your case for 22. This spiral line right here, 22, 23K. This is a big area right here, 23K. If you repeat that, you kind of have that bear market rally into midterms, and then after that, that's going to be a strong probability of it going down. I think you have the Fed meeting coming up as well. We'll see if there's any surprises with that. It seems like just the standard 75 basis points. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, please follow me on Twitch. Live streams, we have a lot of fun on there. And please sign up for BITGET with my link there if you're an experienced trader for the $300 USDT position. Link in the description below. You need a VPN if you're in the US. And my exclusive Discord, link in the description below. If you guys are new at this, you want to learn more about technical analysis, how I place my trades, all of that, evanaldo.com is where my trading course is. There's a link in the description below. Coupon code BEARMARKET20, 20% off. A lot of people have really liked the course. Show a lot of really good strategies and how I do the TA, how to use Market Cipher, all of that in there. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.